Man, people have been waiting for this one. Today we got our first impressions on the Way of Wade 10 Low. I'm excited for these. Let's do it. Welcome back to our channel, guys. As you can see, we're checking out the Way of Wade 10 in this low variation. We've gotten so many comments to check out the Way of Wade 10. We finally sprung and got them, and we got the low version. I never actually ended up playing in the highs. The lows had just came out, so I went ahead and bought them. We're checking them out, and honestly, whenever you come down here and look at these, it won't take long before you start to notice just all of the details. Look at all the details on this Valentine's colorway. Oh my, so pretty. It's good. You got Way of Wade 10 on the inside there. The whole color scheme is nice. Just how you like the shoe?
Yeah, overall,
the appearance on
this is a good looking shoe.
We're up to 5. We're up to 5 on them now. So this is like the 5th Way of Wade model we've tested out. So where do they rank on your list?
Oh, I don't know. It's definitely up there for sure. I'd say it's in the top 3 ranks.
Top 3 ranks, you'll give it there? I gotta agree. Like, this is a shoe that we've, over the past, I wanna say over the past like 2 to 3 months, honestly, ever since we started testing out more like Way of Wade models, we've gotten a ton of comments to check out the Way of Wade 10. I got a ton of comments about how it should have been on my top 5 list. So far, getting them in hand, it's one thing you can tell immediately, and it's no different in all the Way of Wade models. It's like they just have a really, really nice like features, qualities. You can tell they put a ton of just like work into the appearance of the model. I just showed you one of the little details with like the Way of Wade 10, and obviously other shoe brands do stuff like that too. I noticed it a ton more on this shoe, but before we get any further, bring you back in here. What kind of socks do we got today to show the people?
Ooh, today we are rocking with the Baller socks right
Capital
here.
B. And everything else.
Nice Baller, but also
and debut in the hoodie.
Speaking of high quality merch, Baller merch, guys, go check those out on their website. Without further ado, Landon, how they feel? Oh,
don't forget, look at that. Got something on the wrist there too. Oh man, these are cool. These are really cool. I don't have the right size, so I need to get a half size up. But yeah, half size up. That's shoes. I need to get a medium. This is a small. Anyways, for this model, like I was saying, the design is awesome. Like, I love all the different features that Way of Wade kind of like, because even on the cheaper shoes, I guess I bring it up for Way of Wade, because like the budget-friendly models, the $100 and stuff like that, even those shoes have some nice features. So I've always been a fan of just how those models look. But everyone told me this is like the shoe that's supposed to be top tier for performance. Let's check it out. All right, so now kind of getting on the court, putting some shots up, seeing how they feel from more the performance side. First off, what are we thinking about the Way of Wade 10 Low? I like these lows, and I'm partial to lows, so I think I would have liked these a lot more than the originals anyways. What do you think, Chase?
Yeah, I mean, overall, definitely a clean shoe.
The details, man, I'm telling you. A lot
of details.
So many just
Kind
little.
of pricey though.
Oh man, yeah, so I will actually start there. So that's part of the reason. So these retail for actually $200, $199 on Way of Wade's actual site. But they retail for 200 bucks. That's a price range where you're sitting there like, if it was top 5, and I haven't gone inside, I'm not gonna get into that out here. If it was gonna make my top 5 list, you would kind of hope that like, oh geez, that felt weird. You would kind of hope that like, it would be a great performance model because it costs $200. So that was kind of it wasn't my knock on the LeBron 20. With the LeBron 20, I didn't love the upper. It didn't feel the most secure. And at 200 bucks, I hate whenever those shoes kind of feel like they have a weakness in the model. I'm not a big fan of that. So these so far, we'll go and get into actually breaking them down. The cushioning feels nice. I'm not sure if they show us too much what they're actually using on it.
It's probably a Boom.
It's typically Boom, especially in their more, like I know that's more expensive stuff that they use. They use some Boom, maybe some Cloud. I know sometimes they kind of combine like the cushioning setup, but overall it feels nice. Like Way of Wade models, the heel especially, always feels super padded. And that's what it feels like. I know $200 shoe, I hate using them outdoors. I'm trying to be kind of careful with them, but like as far as, because of course it could play nice outside, right? Like if it's gonna feel really good on an indoor court, more so I would imagine. But the biggest limiting factor on this shoe for outdoors is probably gonna be the price point. So we'll just move off that. As far as the cushion goes, they feel pretty soft. Like of all the shoes I played in, I'd say the 8082 Ultra was like maybe the softest feel I've had so far. I think these are gonna trump that. You just feel a little bit more everywhere. So it's like, that's how I would explain it. It's just like a little bit more everywhere. Actually, I'm gonna bring you to the traction next because that's honestly, the support looks like you got all these nice, like it's a really
it's got a
constructed
lot of
model.
overlays.
Yeah, a lot of overlays. So that's for the support. I'll give you or traction. I'll give you a look at the pattern first.
Oh,
so
very interesting. So it's got a full-length carbon fiber shank in it.
Oh, so I think that's in. They put that in a few of their other models. I think that was.
At least you know if you're paying for $200, you're getting some good features out of it.
Right, and I'm assuming, and like I said, first impressions, I haven't done like, you know, all of the like research and stuff like that on the shoe yet, but I'm assuming that stuff is going to be in there. The traction, the first thing we noticed is like I took them out, they were like squeaking with my hand. Like, so this is going to be a sticky model. So really the only thing left to test out is going to be like, you know, how does it handle dust? That would be like maybe your one question mark, because the performance wise, it feels like a pretty light shoe, low top model. If I was going to say, just because I played them recently and it has like a similar look, a similar design to it, I'd say it's like similar to the Jordan. I'd say similar to like the Jordan 37 Low, just a little bit better.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, I'd say like it's a little bit better for traction, from what I can tell. First impressions, outdoor review. So just off the rip, that's a similar model. Feels like it's gonna have some nicer performance aspects to it though.
So how's the one point I want to bring up though is how's the sizing?
Oh, sizing. That's yeah. So these, you look at them, run slightly narrow. I always kind of like to give you a view, slightly narrow. Geez, but the lengthwise, oh, it's perfect. It's just how I like it.
You got a 10.5?
Yeah, 10.5. True to size. We've got about just under a thumb's width left over for like the length. So like the sizing feels great. This feels like a great model. It feels like what would probably be a $200 model, in my opinion, which we'll take it. That's gonna wrap up our first impressions on the Way of Wade 10 Low in this Valentine's colorway. I only bring that up because, man, these things are sweet. The details on this shoe are so clean. I'll kind of take you on a little tour of it. Got the Way of Wade 10 there. Oh, look at this on the inside. Do it with love. Do it with love. You got like some motivational stuff going on the heel back here. They do not short you on the details. That's one thing. $200 worth of details in this shoe. Maybe, I mean, that's probably where they really sprung for the money. It's just on all the little writing that they had to do, but it's a really cool model. And even more than that, from what I can tell so far, we're just outdoors and obviously tread very lightly in an expensive shoe outdoors. I don't really try to do that. But from what I've felt so far in an outdoor surface, as long as it translates well indoors, I think this has a really solid chance at possibly making that top 5, but really just being a solid basketball shoe.
So, Landon, you know, people are gonna ask, $200 is a steep price. You know, you got, the only other option really at that price point is the LeBron 20. So how does that kind of compare, at least, can you actually compare these two? Are they in the similar class, or is this one just light years ahead?
I think that this one's got potential to be a little bit better. I didn't love the support on the LeBron 20. I've been kind of open about that, but everywhere else they were great. I think these are set up to be a little bit better. So, I mean, really the traction's just got to hold up, and I got to see how the cushion feels a little bit more as I play in it. It took a little bit of time to break them in on the court, honestly. I kind of feel that right now, but feels like they got a lot of potential. $200, so they got to play nice. But I am going to be going back inside, breaking that down on an indoor court. You should be expecting that in like 1 to 2 weeks, so make sure you're on the lookout. But that's going to wrap up our first impressions on the Way of Wade 10 Low. Until next time, peace.